Hey, welcome everybody. It's issue 51 of Common Comic Covers and Appreciation Podcast for Non-Key Comics. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Andy.
And welcome back. We missed a week. Andy was deathly ill with what
Mm.
you had pink eye?
Yeah, I had some
Eye
I had
fungus.
I had some eye fungus. That's right.
Yeah.
No, I yeah, it was yeah, it was just I had ended up having a fever and it was a viral thing and it was my son had pink eye, so that's what I thought it was, but it wasn't anyways.
Well,
Yeah.
nothing cures pink eye and pink hair. Uh
That's right.
Fitting. Then comic books. Andy, we're going to share our common covers like always, and then
Yeah.
segment we added a while ago, what's it worth? And this is where I poorly guess what a comic book sold for.
Oh yeah, you won't know.
No,
Yeah.
I'm terrible at it. And then we have our inbox, something that we've been buying or looking at or just got or
Yeah.
reading.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the hot 10 from Key Collector. And we each get to pick one book from the hot 10 list that we don't already have. And then we'll finish off the night or the episode, the issue, I don't know, with a tour. It's been a week. I don't even remember what to do here anymore.
Yeah.
Andy, start us off. Oh, let's talk about comic books. I need that right
Oh,
now.
yes. Okay. So
What is your common comic cover?
yes. So I have Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider. It's a Jenny Frison cover.
Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Like it it's
I like the colors.
yes. I like the colors. I like how like real like she looks. Like I
Mhm.
mean, obviously she's a very uh attractive face, but like she looks like it could be a real person, which is really cool.
Yeah,
Like anyways, and like part of me is like, oh, that's so funny that like they have a wired device that you're listening to. But then I'm like, oh, I think that actually looks like it's the correct iPhone port for the Beats, or I don't know what that. I was like, okay, that's cool.
yeah.
So
That's where you plug in your earbuds or ear
yeah,
headphones. I like that she's not going wireless. She's got the hard
yeah.
line into the phone there.
And she's a yeah. This is probably like a subculture of youth that we don't know anything about. But this came out in July of this year. And yeah, I personally bought this book just because I thought the cover was really cool. And I thought it would look really cool on our
Yeah,
for the show. So
yeah. It's very very SoCal Miami vibe. I like it.
cool. What's your common
Those hip.
comic
Do you
cover?
like that hip lingo? Hip lingo.
The SoCal Miami link. Yeah.
Yep. The
Mhm.
year was 1981. Bizarre Adventures number 28.
Oh, fun. Is this a Frank
This,
Miller cover or is that just Elektra?
no, it's just Elektra on the cover. I wrote down a ton of information. I forgot to write who did the cover, but that's all right.
Okay.
This is actually a really cool book. So this came out in 1981, as did the first appearance of Elektra in Daredevil 168. So it doesn't say anywhere that this is her first solo story, but
Hmm.
this is an Elektra original story in here, written and drawn by Frank Miller.
Okay.
Um, Again, 1981, so pretty close to her first appearance. Then the other stories are kind of fun in here. So the next one is Shadow Hunter, and this is Shadow Hunter's only appearance ever to date is in this one, and
Okay.
it was written and drawn by Neil Adams.
Okay.
Doug Minch helped lay out some stuff, and then Larry Hama was on helping with scripts and drawing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then we have another only appearance ever to date. The Huntsman is in here, and that's an Archie Goodwin, legendary
Okay.
Marvel
Yeah.
guy, and drawn by Michael Golvin, another amazing artist. So Huntsman, only appearance ever. And then the last two stories, we have The Conscience of the King, written by two dynamic powerhouses of early comic books. Mary Jo Duffy, really liked her Power Man Iron Fist run, and Wendy Peeney of ElfQuest fame.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then the last story in here is Bucky Bazaar by Steve Skeets and drawn by Steve Smallwood. So a little bit of a who's who, some first and only appearance. I mean, obviously these, the Huntsman and Shadow Hunter. There's a reason why they've never appeared in anything.
Yeah.
But, but I mean, you have an original superhero kind of figure created and drawn by Neil Adams, and it's
Yeah.
their only appearance. I don't know. That kind of feels like something.
Yeah. Yeah. People in the future are going to look at you and be like, how is he holding it with his hands? Why isn't it in plastic and
Right.
gloves?
Yep.
And
Yep.
because it's her first
Running
solo.
around with their Huntsman shirts on. Their Shadow Hunter, their Shadow Hunter gear. Um, it's super affordable. I paid, and I got mine's a newsstand. I paid $8 for this book not
Oh,
too long
nice.
ago, and I
Nice.
got it because of the Frank Miller Elektra, obviously. Um, shoot, I will. I don't know who did the cover.
That's okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm
It's a
sure it's amazing. It's not Frank Miller. I know that much.
no, yeah, it's looks like it's a watercolor thing
Okay,
or
it's
airbrush.
time for me to fail. What's it worth?
Okay, here it is.
Oh, jeez.
So
Seriously?
this is
Okay.
like
Yep.
probably my
5.0.
number two grail, like of all grails. Like, you have Detective
I
27
can't remember
maybe.
what was the Amazing Fantasy. What did that sell for? Because I was way off on that one.
Oh yeah.
It's like 600,000. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'm gonna say
Well, this is the first appearance of the Flash and the first appearance of
golden age one.
Hawkman.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay, 37,000.
Okay, it sold in August. I think it was August for 174,000.
Nailed it.
So, hey, you weren't millions off. You were multiple millions of dollars
Like
off.
if I was an accountant and I was that far off, I would lose my job.
Not necessarily because there's something called materiality. You
Oh
don't
no.
like,
Okay.
just
All
like
right.
it
All
depends
right.
on how big the numbers you're looking are on. If you're estimating the federal debt, you're probably like, oh, that's fine. So,
I mean, I didn't say zero.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Well, thanks everyone. That was our lesson in accounting. Next up, we have our inbox. Andy, I know you have probably an overflowing inbox. You did in our last issue, and now we've gone an extra week. So,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
have? Always looking forward to these.
Yeah, I'm just doing two. But yeah, this is fun. So I got another copy of Web of Spider-Man #1. You can't
Oh
have
yeah,
enough of these.
yeah. We
This
were
is a
going to do a
really
trade. Are we still going to do a trade?
yeah, so this is like I bought this one to replace possibly the one I'm trading with you, or this would be the trade
Gotcha.
one.
Gotcha.
Um, because I thought I had more than I did. I don't know. So, but this is a newsstand and it's in really nice shape. It has a non-color breaking spine tick here, but I think that's about it. That's about the biggest flaw. So,
It's a great
um,
cover.
yeah, this is a possible 9.8 candidate. So I think,
Nice. Is that
um,
was that an online purchase for you or a LCS purchase?
yeah, it was Donna the Dads on Instagram.
Okay.
I bought this one from him too. So I bought
Oh, there
Beer
we go.
One as well.
Oh, that's great. And that
Yeah.
eventually became Adventure into Fear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this came out in November of 70.
I
It's
love like that. That's the sweet spot right there of Marvel comic books.
no, this is the Silver Age cusp into the Bronze Age right there.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Who drew that?
Jack Kirby and Marie Severin
Oh,
edited
wow.
it later,
Yeah.
I guess. So, it's all reprints. Um I have some information about the census on this. It's kind of interesting.
Okay.
There's 237 of them have been graded at CGC. There are five 9.8s, which is impressive that there's any 9.8s in my opinion. There's 10 9.6s and 14 9.4s.
Why is that impressive that there's five
Well,
nine just because
because
is
there's
it
I wouldn't
is
expect
it a
there to be
thicker
many.
one? Is it
It's a
thick?
thick book.
Yeah, okay.
It's a reprint book, so I wouldn't think people are necessarily keeping it
Yeah.
super nice
Yeah.
condition.
Okay. Okay.
Um, and it's from 1970, so it's pretty old. There and but there was 14 9.4s, and the most recent sale was a 9.4. It was in March of this year, sold for $212. I'm like, I feel like that's a steal actually for, I don't
Hmm.
know if it's a steal, but I'm like a really super fancy, nice condition. One of these is a 9.4. So yeah, what's in your
That's it.
books box?
My in books.
Yeah.
I talked about this a few weeks ago, and I made a great purchase. Spent more than I normally spend on comic books. This was meaning it was not a dollar.
Yes.
Um,
Nice.
Jingle Jangle comic books
Oh
number
yeah.
4.
Oh, that looks
George,
nice.
yeah. Oh my gosh, Andy. So the cover is detached. Other than that, this thing is an 8.0.
Wow. That's
I
nice.
mean, obviously with the detached cover, it's not an 8.0, but
That's probably 4.0 though, but
the
yeah.
guy's description did not match the book on the other way on the other end of things.
Oh,
Like when I
wow.
got it, I was like, I I had to double check a few things because I'm like, is this a reprint? Because it's in such good condition. So this is one of the George Carlson covers. He only did the first 6 issues, so he does art in all of them, but he did the first 6 covers. This is number 4. I did pay. I think I paid like $40 for this book.
Yeah,
Um,
worth it.
yeah, totally. This is the only cover appearance of the Pie Face Prince of Pretzelberg.
Nice.
That's a George Carlson original.
It's very Dr. Seuss inspired,
It's
it
very
looks
Dr.
like.
Seuss. It is the comics of the absurd. And everything in here is just kind of absurd. I love it because so this is Eastern Color as a publisher. They did a ton of reprints of comic strips, but with Jingle Jangle, as far as I know, everything is original to the
Hmm,
book.
that's cool.
42 issues in total. I got 2 and counting. So this is a really cool find. Yeah, I just was happy to have it. They're kind of, I love your crime, pre-code, golden age crime kind of stuff because
Yeah,
pre-code superhero is insane.
it's
Uh,
expensive. Yeah.
and I was like, man, I want to find my like pre-code kind of
Golden
jam.
Age. Yeah.
Yeah, golden age. Yeah, yeah, and it that I can afford. And these they don't pop up a ton, but they're pretty affordable. There's definitely going to be like number one. I'm probably never going to be able to snag,
Hmm.
but they they're not super. They come available and they sit there. So
Yeah, the demand's not real high.
demand's not high, yeah, but I mean it's beautiful. And like the
Yeah.
art is really cool. They're goofy. It's right up my alley as far as it's just weird and
Yeah.
uncommon and unique. So I'm all about Jingle Jangle Comics and George Carlson.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where if you go to the main auction houses, you might be able to get it for a pretty good price, the
Yeah,
number one. Um,
yeah. When I see it, I'll see what it's going for.
what
Andy,
is
it's that time.
yeah.
Hot 10 book of the week.
Oh, it's gonna be hot.
I looked at these. I can't remember what they were though.
I did I looked at them too. Is that cheating? Do we just oh let's see.
It's not cheating because we can't remember.
I guess that's true.
I
Okay,
know, I
so
know, I know. There was some Spider-Man.
yeah, so Tomb of Dracula number
Oh,
one, great.
I have that book. I love that book,
It's cool. Yeah, I keep on coming up running across them. I'm like, should I? But
dude. I think I shared on this. I bought that book from some antique dealer on eBay, and he threw in like almost over $100 worth of like throw-ins. Like I bought that book, and
wow.
he put in the first appearance of his daughter.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
the, it's a giant size one. He just threw it in there, and it was in great condition. Anyway, sorry.
Wow.
Like
Okay, so
one of my rare.
yeah, what do you do when the hot 10, would you pick a book you already own?
Yeah, no, that one's been on there forever. Is that
Yeah.
the TV show? Oh my gosh, this one's back. It's
Yeah, I thought it
dropping.
wasn't there. I didn't see it. Okay.
Dropping. Ooh, Star Wars. Okay, I think that was
Yeah.
on there last week.
Um, Something's Killing the Children, number one.
Okay, I haven't read that.
and Avengers number
Oh,
one.
oh, you got one. I thought you didn't have one.
I didn't. I sold mine and then I bought a new one. So
Cool. That's a great
yeah.
book. That's on my short list.
Yeah. It's I'm happy to have it again. I mean Spider-Man 252.
That's been on there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been on there for a while.
First
You just got
Hobgoblin.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Uh
That that's
Incredible
been on
Hulk
there forever.
34. Yeah, number two. And then the first symbiote
I'll go
origin.
I'll go Young Avengers. That's a fun book. That's the first Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Cool
Kate
stuff
Bishop's
to it. That
cool.
one. Yeah.
Um,
What are you going with? You own that book.
the Hobgoblin one. I
Yeah.
do. I do own that one.
You own that one.
On that
Keep
one.
going. Looks like you're doing that one.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'm doing something that's killing the children. Um, I'd seen
You got
Dracula
that.
number one.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have
yeah.
it.
There you go.
I've
There you
been
go.
I've been I've
There
been
you go.
trying to pull the trigger and I just haven't
That's a
been able to
pretty
do it.
good. I think that's a good pull for this. You got Dracula and I got Young Avengers number one. Nice job. I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, yeah. That's good.
And it's funny too. You picked a book that I have, and I picked a book you have. That's fun. We should hold
Yeah,
hands.
well, that's
Next,
1-to-1 trade. 1-to-1 trade.
next. No,
No, okay.
I think I got a good deal on mine.
Okay.
Although someone did some extra art around the word
Hmm.
Dracula on the cover with their pen. Andy, take me on a tour. This is that time
Oh
of
yeah.
night where we're going to take you on a tour of something that's out of our collection that we're going to take you on a tour.
Yeah,
That's
just keep making noises with your face.
true.
So I'm gonna show us the my
This is Andy. Andy's holding up a comic book.
yeah, Secret Society of Supervillains. So these started coming out in 76. This is an Ernie Chan cover. Script by Gary Conway and art by Pablo Marcos. There are of this book, there are 281 on the census. There's 30 9.8s, 59 9.6s, 49 9.4s. And like yeah. So and the 9.8 2 years ago sold for about 2 years ago sold for 350. And but a 9.6 sold this year for $85. A 9.4 sold for 84.
Is that like 1983, 84,
This is
85?
76.
That's what did I say?
You said,
$2,000.
oh boy. Okay. And then but then I have a collection of it.
Oh,
So this is number two. Um, and this is number three.
so those are cool.
Yeah, and then I have a gap. But then I have
Still a tour though. Okay. It's still a tour.
nine. Yeah, that's right.
There's always that
Or
part of the
excuse me,
tour like,
eight.
oh, this is closed. This section's closed, so
Yeah.
we're
Well, I'll
not
show you. I'll show you what makes up for it.
we're not going to go in there.
Nine.
Okay.
Uh, sorry, 12 and 13.
Okay.
And then I have the graphic novel.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I was really happy that they put one out like this. It's
Yeah.
a soft
Yeah.
cover.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like and this reprints issues 1 through 10. And then one of the collections I bought had this in it.
Oh.
Secret
Oh, it's
Society
a
of Supervillains
special. Yeah.
special. So this is DC special number
I
6.
mean, true. It's not a big shocker here, but I've never heard of this series.
Oh, yeah, there was like a really weird time in the 90s or early 2000s where this was like a really hot series. And so I was like always looking for it when I was going to Half Price Books. So that
Yeah.
number one I got at Half Price Books, for a quarter or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. It
I
was
love that.
so anyways, I just like I love Grodd, like
Hmm.
Grodd on the cover of books, and like he's like the number one. I feel like that cover is such a cool cover. Um,
Yeah, I like that.
the robot heroes getting torn up, and Captain Cold. I love. I mean, these are Flash villains, so I'm partial to that too. So, anyways, what's take me on a tour, Jeremy. Where
Yeah.
in Europe are we gonna go?
Yeah. We're gonna go to the Frosty Mountains
Of Colorado.
of Astro City.
Oh wow, nice. Number one.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the setup here, why I chose Astro City. So I had 1 through 6, Astro City Volume 1, 1995, Kurt Busiek. One of my first runs that I bought because I liked Kurt Busiek. I think because of Astro City.
Okay.
I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but I thought his writing was amazing.
Yeah.
Um, this was one of the ones where I sold my comic book collection, half my collection, when my second son was born. These did not make the cut,
Mm,
but not too long ago, I found number 1 and 2 um, for very reasonable prices.
yeah.
And then I was at Giant Nerd Book the other day, and these were in the dollar bin. Number 3,
Wow.
4, 5, and 6. I got them all.
That's cool. Those are all Alex Ross covers. So.
All of them are Alex Ross covers. Anderson does the insides, but the art is really cool because Alex Ross will throw in some spreads and some pin-ups inside of them all. But yeah,
Oh.
we can get a better look. So there's number 1. It's just a 6-issue run. Number 2 that sets up Astro City. I've read a few of the offshoots, but it's kind of like the original. It's like these were so fun to read. There's number 3. Number 4.
That's cool.
I gotta get bags and boards for all these. 5. And I think this is a cool one. 6.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and those are
Yeah.
fun. I remember reading them a long time ago. I haven't read them since, but I will read these just because I'm looking forward to reading them again. I remember reading Astro City, and I think Volume 2 was already out, and some of the
Mm,
others. So I grabbed some of those, but I don't think I'll go back and collect those. I mean, if I see them in dollar bins, of course I'll grab them. But
yeah.
I'm happy having Volume 1 back in my collection. So
Yeah. That's cool.
grab it. Very affordable. I think there's a total of about $6 worth of comic books right there.
You do so well in the dollar bins. It's so
Uh,
good.
and I had there's what did I find the other day? Oh yeah, I found this really cool giant size Luke Cage
Oh, cool.
um, for $1.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Why
a cool
not?
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Andy, it was good. It was good to talk about comic books.
Yeah.
Comic books. Life has been, and I'm not just talking politics. You really care? Yeah,
Yeah.
just it's good to talk about this kind of stuff. Good to see you. Good to
Yeah.
ramble. Good to
Yeah.
have words come out of my mouth.
Yeah, it's between being sick and just all that life brings. It's yeah, nice to go to fantasy land of comic books
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
do that. So anyways, as Ringo Starr says, peace, love, peace, love.